Hi everyone. Today we are going to discuss about how to report adverse drug reactions. This is very commonly asked in practical exam and you should know the thorough process of how to report adverse drug reactions in our country. So in our country, the adverse drug reaction form is white form, which is known as the suspected adverse drug reaction form, and this is issued by IPC, National Coordinating Center in the Ghaziabad. In the US, they have MedWatch, that is their official system for reporting of the adverse drug reaction. In the United Kingdom, they have Yellow Card. So this is the suspected adverse drug reaction reporting form which is issued by the IPC, National Coordinating Center Ghaziabad, which includes all the details about the patient's information, suspected adverse drug reactions, suspected medications, and the reporter details. So this is the front page of the suspected adverse drug reaction reporting form, and this is the back side of the ADR form. Now coming to the who can report adverse drug reactions. So all the doctors, they can report adverse drug reactions, which is known as spontaneous ADR reporting or the voluntary reporting of the adverse drug reactions. Then nurses can also report adverse drug reactions. Then pharmacists can also report adverse drug reactions. Pharmaceutical company, they can also report for the adverse drug reactions due to different drugs. And lastly, consumers can also report adverse drug reactions, but the form for the consumer is different than those which is used by the professionals. Now coming to what to report in ADR. So all the suspected reactions due to the new drugs or with the existing drugs, they need to be reported. Then the serious reactions, suspected reactions which causes the death, initial or prolonged hospitalization, life-threatening conditions, significant or permanent disability or congenital anomaly, those conditions which requires intervention to prevent permanent impairment or damage. These all type of the serious reaction we have to report. Apart from this, all the non-serious reactions also need to be reported. Now, if you are in doubt, then what you should do? Always report all the types of the suspected adverse drug reactions, known or unknown, serious or non-serious, frequent or rare. All adverse drug reactions needs to be reported. Now coming to where to report the ADR. So we have to use the suspected adverse drug reaction reporting form which is used in India. Fill this adverse drug reaction form and submit it to the nearest ADR monitoring center, or you can also submit to the National Coordinating Center of the Pharmacovigilance Program of the India. List of the adverse drug reaction monitoring centers are also available in the IPC as well as in the CDSCO official website, and you can also directly mail to the pvpi@ipcindia.net or pvpi@ipcindia@gmail.com, and this is the toll free helpline number for reporting of the adverse drug reaction. Now coming to the reporting structure under the Pharmacovigilance Program of the India. So under the CDSCO, there are zonal offices in the north, east, west and south, that is in the Ghaziabad, Kolkata, Mumbai and Chennai. And ADR monitoring center, they report it in the software which is known as the VisiFlow. ADR monitoring center, they carry out causality assessment under the WHO UMC scale. So the information about this adverse drug reaction will ultimately reaches to the NCC Ghaziabad, which further scrutinizes it, and ultimately this information reaches to the Uppsala Monitoring Center, which is situated in the Sweden, and the database is known as VisiBase. So this is the reporting structure for the pharmacovigilance program of the India. So from the AMC ADR monitoring center, it will ultimately reach to the international center for the ADR monitoring, and that is in the Sweden, and the name of which is Uppsala Monitoring Center. Now coming to the what happens to the reported information or to the submitted information. So ADR information, it is handled in the strict confidence. Continuous assessment of the benefit risk ratio of medicine is done under this program. So penny flow is used for the ADR which is occurring due to the vaccines. For adverse drug reactions which is occurring due to the blood and blood related products, the program name is hemovigilance. And adverse drug reactions which is occurring due to the medical devices, that is known as materiovigilance. So this was about how to report, where to report, and what happens to the submitted adverse drug reactions in our country. In the next video, we will discuss about how to fill up the adverse drug reaction form. If you like this video, subscribe my channel and watch for more pharmacology related videos. Thank you.